Join us on NTA Parliament, and this is Legislator of the Week. I'm your host, Joshua Okochide. Have here with me as a guest, Legislator of the Week, Honorable Zakariya Dauda Nyampa, as a Chairman House Committee on Political Matters and is a member of the House of Representatives representing Madagali Michika Federal Constituency of Adamawa State. You're welcome to the program.
Thank you.
To start with, how has the journey been? Starting from from when you're growing up. I mean, there's always this understanding that your socialization has a lot to do with who you become in life.
Thank you for this opportunity. As you have already introduced me, I'm a member representing the people of Madagali Michika Federal Constituency. And now I'm a returning member from my constituency. This is the very first time that this has happened. And I know the expectation of my people are very, very much on me. As this is the first time my constituency somebody is returning by the electoral vote.
Okay, what has been your motivation? Did you just start from politics, or maybe you grew up in a family whereby you've been nurtured by politicians?
Yeah, actually, I have not grown up in any political family. I came and I discovered there is need for a better representation among my people. I find out that my people are actually in need of a leader that is accessible, a leader that is capable to know their feelings, a leader that can reach out to them and they can reach out to him. And when I discovered that vacuum exists, I ventured into politics. And the first time I went to campaign is for myself, and I got the support of my people. They wanted me.
Dynamics in politics in Adamawa. How were you able to summon challenges just with, as a young man, was trying to venture into politics? As at that time, were there first competition? Were there people challenging you not to go, or people discouraging you as at that time?
Yeah, actually, politics, especially in Adamawa, is very dynamic. The level of awareness, the civilization in Adamawa politically is on the high side. People are well enlightened, politically enlightened. So I know they know what is good for them, and they always go for the best. And any time in politics, you don't expect it to be bread and butter, because there must be interest. And people look at you as a young man coming, you are lacking behind in so many ways. They will look at it as they will walk over you, but the vote of the people determine who becomes their leader. And they did that for me.
Honorable Nyampa, you are the Chairman House Committee on Political Matters. How are you handling the affairs of the committee?
The Speaker, as you rightly know, just appoint the committees. The committee has not started any principal job as a committee. We are here to constitute the membership of the committee. So we can't say much about it for now. But I'm working hard to roll out a very good program for the committee that I will chair. And I know I'm going to succeed as the chairman of the political party matters.
Why do you think you're the right choice for the chairmanship of that committee?
Yeah, with the experience and wisdom of the Speaker, he chose that committee for me. And I feel I should meet up to my responsibility as the chairman. And committee issue is not a one-man business. But I know I'm capable, and I know the committee will succeed.
Do you have any other committees where you're making decisions, you're part of the principal officers or as a member?
In the last assembly, I've been a member of the Public Account Committee. I've been very active. Everybody knows, being a chartered accountant, a certified professional in the accounting field, I have contributed a lot, and a member of the Insurance Committee. As you can see a plaque here, I'm one of the best members in the Insurance Committee in the last assembly. And so many committees that we have contributed a lot to the success of the 9th Assembly. And I know this time around, it can't be anything less than what we have before.
Okay. Talking about your bills and motions on the floor of the House, there's some recent motions that you moved and some bills that you're sponsoring presently. Let's start with that of investigation into the COVID-19 intervention fund. The motion, it's a topical one. Nigerians are interested in knowing how that money was spent. And you give a time range, you said between 2020 and 2022. Okay, how far have you gone about as regards that?
Yeah, I have had several comments on this motion I moved for investigation into the management or otherwise mismanagement of the funds that was released during COVID period. Actually, it's a big amount of money. As you know, almost 200 billion naira was released to ministries, department and agency of government. And then, you know, during the lockdown, almost everybody was locked. A lot of activities were ongoing. People are not in full picture, and there are a lot of programs put in place by the government. Now that we are out of COVID, some of the things that we expect or Nigerians expect to have been done during the COVID period, we need to ascertain to see if actually they are there. That's the need. There are a lot of things that when we are locked down, there are a lot of money that the government released into the system. So we want to assess and know so that Nigerians will know that the money released, the risk some of the people took to go out and implement some of these policy programs during the COVID is worth it. So we are into it because so many money were pumped out, you know. And there are also public outcry that they didn't see. Some are even support palliatives that were released. And people will say they didn't see it. And we feel we are representing the people, and we felt that the people should also know what we are doing. And when we start this investigation, it is going to be at the public domain. People will see. If we invite any agency, anybody will ask them, this is what they say you got. Where are the jobs you did?
Are you receiving support, or how did the House welcome your motion?
Yeah, as you can see, if you check the video, if you are the plenary, they will tell you all the members, there is no even single nay. People are eager to know what happened. So I got that support from both the leadership and the members in the chambers. So it's a very important motion, and my colleagues in the chambers, they all supported me. If you check Speaker through the question, there was no single nay. And being the Speaker of the people, he also agreed that the pulse, the impacts of this thing, of the masses, they should see the impact of the money. We should let them know what happened with their money. It's a taxpayers' money, it's a government money that were injected into different ministries and agencies. So it's a welcome idea, and I think nobody should resist that.
Are you looking forward to working with anti-corruption agencies on this issue?
Yeah, the issue about investigation, we as the House will do our investigation and we'll do it thoroughly. In the course of investigation, the anti-corruption will also pick some holes in the submissions, and also will lay the report to the Speaker. The Speaker will transmit it, and the President can channel every other outcome of the report to any anti-corruption agency he wish. Not only anti-corruption agencies are interested, the civil society organization, donor agency that gave the money, they also want to know value for their money, accountability, how transparent were some of this process.
That aside, there is a bill you're working on. I think it passed the first stage as regards the establishment of 4 educational institutions at the tertiary level. First is Federal University of Solid Minerals Development, Wichita Establishment Bill. Second, Federal College of Nursing and Midwifery, Madagali Establishment Bill. Then Federal College of Medical Laboratory Technology, Michigan Establishment Bill, and Agricultural Research Council of Nigeria Act Amendment Bill. It has passed through the first stage. What's the next stage?
The next stage is the second reading. We have developed all the journals for the second reading, and it's very important. It is worthy to know that Michika local government is one of the largest local government in this country. It has 16 political wards, and we are surrounded by mountains where we have a lot of mineral resources, which we feel bringing the university in that area will cure a lot of things, will bring economic development, will allow enrollment into schools. And we feel that this very bill will be appreciated by all, because much will be achieved if that institution is established in Michika. Apart from the population, we also share a boundary with Cameroon. As you know, that the crisis that we are undergoing because of the boundary area is because of these resources that are hidden in the mountainous area. This is one reason. So we're going to take the university there, we're going to have research, we're going to develop it, and Nigerian will be happy that some other mineral resources are being exploited in that area. So it's going to be good for whole Nigeria. And also one of the things that encourage extradition of those institutions, especially in Madagali, you know, we share a boundary with Cameroon. Even secondary school, Cameroonians attend secondary school and primary school in my constituency. They move. So if we have these high institutions, the Cameroon will come for international schools of learning. They will come to Nigeria. It's allowed. Nigerians go abroad to school. So why not Cameroon come to Nigeria to school? It will also improve our economy, because there's going to be movement of money from Cameroon to Nigeria in the cost of school fees, just like some of us are taking their children abroad. So it's going to yield a lot to this country.
Talking about the Cameroon and Adamawa State boundary issue, there was a time you raised an alarm that Cameroon was planning to seize part of Adamawa State.
Yes.
How true is this allegation?
I don't want you to say raise an alarm. I raise an issue. It's not an alarm. It's real. We just said we need a university in Michika where they will be learning, there will be research that has to do with development of natural resources along the mountainous area. Now, the same mountainous area is becoming contentious. That's why the Cameroon want to come and take over. There was a crisis of boundary adjustment. There was an issue in a court, International Court of Justice. And they said they should demarcate, they should establish boundaries. These boundaries is in part of my constituency, and they now encroach part of my constituency, part of Sena area, and they want to take it to the Cameroon. And that's where we are resisting that. And at the moment, it's very unfortunate. They have employed a lot of armed forces from the Cameroon. They are intimidating the villagers. The villagers cannot go to farms any longer.
When you raised this issue, how did the House respond?
I thank Mr. Speaker, because when I came and submit this complaint, the Speaker welcomed it and constituted a committee. That committee visited my constituency, and it gave relief and hope to my people. It's very commendable. My people made their submission. The committee went, you can imagine the committee from the House, they went to as far as that, Michika. The roads are bad to my area, the place is far, and even the security challenge, because we are one of the areas that were devastated by the Boko Haram when they started operating.
I'm aware you were originally not a member of that committee, but you were co-opted to be part of that other committee.
Yeah, I made a submission to that committee, and there is no way the committee will go based on my submission. I'm not there. So by implication, I'm a member of the committee. Because they were there, I'm their host. Though the governor is the chief host, because we met the governor, he gave us the brief, the reports on the situation in Adamawa State.
Is there any need to seek for assistance from international organizations like the ICJ that had a ruling? They ruled on, on the boundary, how to share the boundary. I think that was the time of former President Olusegun Obasanjo. There were issues concerning Bakassi Peninsula axis Is that a time too?
Yeah, I think it has to be in stages. Now the committee will report back to the House any moment from now, having gone there, make on the ground assessment. Then from there, the Speaker will take up the matter to the executive, and all other parties will be involved. So I believe other agencies are listening, and we are calling on all other parties to support us, to support the people there. The people there are beginning to have some humanitarian crisis. Already we are in the mountainous area. Already we have suffered the insurgents' attack. They have displaced us. They have burned our houses and places of worship. Already our people are just trying to recover back, trying to build their little pieces to have a life back. Now this issue came in. So we are calling for support.
Thank you very much, Honorable. It's time to go for another break. When we come back, move to another interesting segment of the program. Do stay tuned.
Are you looking for a short channel to make your business, goods and services go viral? Look no further, as NTA Parliament is your short channel. Take advantage of our wider reach and advertise your products and services on NTA Parliament DSTV channel 370, GoTV channel 126, StarTimes channel 306, and Free TV channel 706. For more inquiries, contact the Marketing Department, NTA Parliament, NTA Headquarters Area 11 Garki, Abuja, or call these numbers 080-383-40464 or 080-770-78055. NTA Parliament, strengthening Nigeria's democracy.
Welcome back. I've been speaking with Honorable Zakariya Dauda Nyampa, member representing Madagali Michika Federal Constituency of Adamawa State, and he's also the chairman House Committee on Political Matters. We've been discussing issue as regards Nigeria-Cameroon boundary and what are the effects of this dispute. It has been intermittent from year to year. You know, we hear of dispute now leading to one thing or the other. In the next 2 or 3 years, you know, it will have erupted again. So, how are the people coping with the situation?
The people are not finding it easy, as you know. As villagers, the presence of the Cameroonian armies there is so intimidating. And for now, because of the committee that we have on ground, the people are beginning to have hope that the government will intervene in settling the dispute between the Cameroonian authorities and the Nigerian government. This is one thing that is giving hope to our people. Otherwise, our people originally were most displaced people in this country. There are a lot of restrictions, there's a lot of suffering, and there's a lot of, there is no social amenities available for our people.
Any effort from the state government?
Yeah, the state government constitutes a committee on this dispute, and they are interfacing with the communities, giving them relief and giving them hope on the way forward in sorting this crisis. And you know, the moment the governor steps in a matter, the ordinary man feels his case is, the governor is aware, and the governor is sensitive to the needs of our ordinary man. So this also is a big relief for my people, and the governor is doing everything possible within his own jurisdiction to ensure that our people are comfortable.
And now that you've taken it to the level of the National Assembly, I believe very soon.
And mind you, before now, the governor also sent palliative to those areas. He brought palliative to the area, so the people are getting a lot of hope. So I believe our story will be for better.
Okay, put differently, there's another motion that we can quickly rush through that. And there's another motion for investigation of non-remittance to the National Housing Fund.
Yeah, I had that motion on no remittance by agency of government to Federal Mortgage Bank, the mortgage finance that are handling housing. You know, one of the challenge we have in this country is lack of adequate accommodation. This also is a big threat whereby you spend a lot of money on accommodation. You also look at the civil servant after retirement, especially they struggle with where to live with their families. And because of that, a lot of contribution the civil servant have made to this fund. But the complaint from other agency of government, including the Federal Mortgage Bank, is there is no remittance of that statutory deduction from their, which or we can say is their savings to Federal Mortgage Bank. The money have not reached Federal Mortgage Bank. And also we are checking Federal Mortgage Bank, what you collected, how did you utilize it? So we need to check remittance and utilization. Because we also want to bring relief to the contributors, the employees.
I've been in civil service for quite some years now, and as you mentioned, civil servants are not actually benefiting from these National Housing Fund.
Yes.
Because I think there's a need to actually investigate how, those manning the affairs of these National Housing Fund, are actually, bringing up this project and how they are distributing the houses to civil servants. Because from my experience, it's as if those that they are given the houses to are not civil servants. Because hardly will you find a civil servant that will be telling that, okay, I'm comfortable, okay, they can come up with a testimony that, okay, I'm a beneficiary of this project.
Yeah, you also contribute to the need for this investigation. Why? Because you understand how many civil servants have earned a house. But check, by law, everybody must contribute certain amount of money to own a house at the end of the day. Now, that investigation is what is required to know where are the contributions made by the civil servant. Who are civil servants that benefited? Where are the projects you, Federal Mortgage Bank, have put in place for the people of Nigeria? Because we are in a very difficult situation and we feel anywhere we can bring relief to the people in this country, we will bring. Because we represent the people. They voted for us. So whatever policy that people are not working towards realizing it, that is for good. Because this country, we have a lot of policy that are very good for the masses. They are very good for the people in this country. But then if you check the policy, the implementation of the policy is where we have the crisis. And we will pick them one by one.
Like that of National Housing Fund, they do make deductions from our own account almost on a monthly basis. Sometimes you may not get the alerts for some months. Later on, they'll be coming up. I think there's need for accountability as regards how they're manning, how they're remitting this money and how people are benefiting from it, as you rightly mentioned. So what should civil servants be expecting from you, sir, as regards this investigation?
You see, one good thing about that investigation is the person handling the investigation is an expert in anti-corruption, expert in investigation. That's the chairman of the ad hoc committee. Now, we believe that civil servants should be happy because at the end, the result, we will see that is enforced.
There's another issue here, which has to do with some other motions that you raised in recent time. I wouldn't know if you can remember some of these little issues that people may think they're a little bit, they are of significance to Nigerians.
Yeah, some of the motion we took is about the needs to support the policy of government. Like when we are talking about the issue of fuel subsidy, I raise an issue that the increase in petroleum product when we are still suffering is not what we should welcome. But let there be a relief on ground before any other thing will come. By the time you took subsidy, this is the price of petroleum product. Let's see at that price what Nigerians are feeling. How are they going to accommodate the pains for removing the subsidy? But then later, that motion, we were saying that there shouldn't be another increase. I was saying that there shouldn't be another increase in the petroleum price. How can you increase price twice when you have removed the subsidy and Nigerians are suffering? I pursue it. But yet they want to increase price.
Any hope for Nigerians as regards this?
Yes, I believe I'm very optimistic. There's hope for Nigeria, but we also have to be patient. It's just like someone is sick. I said they want to operate you. You believe that after the operation you will get well. That's the way I'm looking at the situation in this country. They say, okay, let's remove the subsidy. The pains we are undergoing now is temporal. I'm also of that class that it will get better. Though at times if they operate you, you may die. But for me now, I'm hoping that the operation being done, which people are feeling the pain, will be a temporary pain that at the end of the day, Nigeria will get better. And let me tell you, Nigeria must get better because it will reach a level that people will not tolerate when you override them in the wrong direction. People are civilized in this country. People will say it, people will voice it out. And I believe the leaders, everybody is aware we are suffering in this country. Everybody is being patient because there is hope. There is a renewed hope. That's what the government are saying. And that hope has maturity. Just like a woman being pregnant, she will have a lot of discomfort. But after 9 months, a baby is being expected. So there's a time frame of all the pain we are suffering that we believe that something good will come. If it doesn't come, then Nigerian will say it. Whoever is there will know that Nigerians are taking another measures. But we are praying that it will work out for our good.
It will work out for the good of Nigerians. This one is another aspect of your life. Recently, you were conferred a title, a traditional title was conferred on you, a title of Yilem Mbula by the paramount ruler of Mbula Kingdom of Adamawa State. Why you?
Well, actually, I don't know why. I have a title from the United States when I went for a training as far back as 2019. I have a title from paramount ruler in Adamawa, the Lamido of Adamawa. And this one, here I had the royal father called that he should confer this title for me. And I feel the society are watching. That's why it's very important how you guide yourself in this country, in the society. And the people are looking. And I'm also calling for all our leaders, all the people that have opportunity to do their best to sustain their position of integrity in the society. You cannot be cutting corners, misbehaving, and people will come and be, no, they won't do that. The society are looking, and how you live your life matters. So I think that's the more reason I got some of this honor.
Any other honors recently, aside that of the traditional honor award?
There are plenty, as you can see, I have some plaques. I just try to renovate my office. There are a lot of honor. But to whom much is given, much is expected, I believe that. And I don't want to be carried away by honor. I want to be encouraged by my honor. I'm always looking forward to bring relief to my people. I can't be happy here and my people are suffering in the village. It's not going to be good for me. My conscience will not allow that.
Thank you very much. It has been a lovely moment with you, Honorable Zakariya Dauda Nyampa. Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Okay, this is where we say goodbye on Legislator of the Week, as Honorable Zakariya Dauda Nyampa has mentioned a lot. He has talked about his motions, his bills that are topical on the floor of the House, his interaction with his local people back in Adamawa, and those that are up and coming politicians and legislators would have gained one or two from your experience. And thanks for being with us.
Thank you.
That's all on Legislator of the Week. Joshua Goodjay. Goodbye.